Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF NXT. I, Gorilla Monsoon, here with He-Man and with Booker T. And today on NXT, we are going to have the TWF Light Heavyweight Winnings will be on stake here today on NXT. Only the one thing is, Gorilla Monsoon says, the wrestler or overstar or fighter, whatever you want to call it, Owen Dar, we don't know where he's been put at. And he was the one who did win the right. He's the one who did win the right to fight, Miko Sanatini. So we don't know where he's at. We forget where we put him at. And we don't have so much time to be looking for him. So sadly, sadly, someone's going to have to, end up taking his stead. Gorilla Monsoon says, yeah, that is a sad thing, He-Man says. That does happen, Gorilla Monsoon. It seems to be a bind that the Toy Wrestling Gathering has been in for at least 30 years, or going on 31 years. He-Man says. Yeah, I can tell you one thing right now, Booker T says. It's really like a forgiveness. It's like, oh, I put you somewhere, and now I forgot where you're at. And I didn't take any time to go look for you before I was going to do the show. So yeah, that's always the forgiveness, Booker T says. Would you stop? Gorilla Monsoon says. Would you be earnest, Booker T, about all of that? If Owen Dar truly wanted to have his match, he wouldn't have been hiding. Gorilla Monsoon says he would have not been hiding, Fox, stand up. He would have not been hiding, Gorilla Monsoon says. So you can't really guilt that on, anyone else. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I put guilt on whoever put him back and then forgot about where he was at. So I think at the end of the day, if we don't guilt it on anyone, Booker T said, I'd guilt it on the one that said, oh, I don't know where he's at. I'll put him somewhere and then I'll forget where he's at. Well, sorry for all this burping and other shit. Alright, Astronomer says. So, Owen Dar won a match not too long ago, giving him the right to fight Miko Sanatini for the TWF Light Heavyweight Winnings. Sadly, we don't know where he's at. We forget where we put him at. And you see that book stand over there with sundry dolls? Well, one of them happens to be him, but we don't know where he's at, and we don't got all the time to be looking for him. So if he cannot get out here, then he's going to lose his right to fight Miko Sanatini for the TWF Light Heavyweight Winnings. Well, Ecliptor says, you do know the oversight that the TWF leadership team came up with, and the TWF matchmaking team came up with too, Ecliptor goes. Yeah, I do know. Sadly, Owen Dar will not have his match here today, but it doesn't mean that Miko Sanatini will not be wrestling or fighting here today. He will. He'll have to be fighting Shark Boy instead. Now how is that right? Booker T says. It's not Miko Sanatini's mistake. It's not Owen Dar's mistake. It's not Owen Dar's mishap. That someone put him somewhere on that bookshelf and then forgot where they put him. You know what? He-Man said, I'm sick of this falling over shit. I'm sorry. First off, it is fair, Gorilla Monsoon said. If Owen Dar wanted a match with Miko Santini, Booker, he would have come out here for his match and for his fight. And sadly, he did not. I stand with you with that one, Gorilla Monsoon. If Miko Santini wanted his match or fight, then most likely he would have, been ready to go. Yeah. You know what you are, Booker T says? You're a kiss-up. That's what you are, Booker T said. Oh, would you stop, Booker T? Going around being a heel, telling folks they're kiss-ups, bitching and ranting about the unfairness of things. If it was some, you're only bitching that it's a heel wrestler got in that bind. If it happened to a good wrestler or a good fighter, Booker, you wouldn't be saying that, would you? Gorilla Monsoon says. The truth is, He-Man said, Booker T would have been saying, yeah, it's fair if it was a good wrestler. But if it's a heel wrestler, oh no, it's not fair now, He-Man says. This is for the TWF Light Heavyweight winnings. First, he is Shark Boy. And he is the TWF Light Heavyweight fighter, Miko Santini. Booker T said, I keep on falling down, Owen. Keep falling down, He-Man said. This is fucked up. Fuck! Chin up. Shit! I need something to lean against, He-Man says, because I cannot stand up by myself. Dump it! And up! First He-Man does his bullshit, and then Booker T thinks he has to fall over. Stop it! Well, now we're going to start this out now, Gorilla Monsoon says. And it seems that no one can make dolls. No one can make any dolls stand up now. And Miko Santini right now just did a sidekick and took down Shark Boy, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yeah, I believe so, He-Man says. No one can make dolls stand up. And Shark Boy, well, he was lucky to be at the right time in the right stead, when Owen Dar couldn't make it. Oh, Miko Santini goes Lear first into that ring steeple, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yeah, well, He-Man says, we'll see what kind of light heavyweight fighter do you think Shark Boy'd make, He-Man says. Who you're asking, Gorilla, or you asking me? You're asking me, Booker T said he'd make a bad one. Who the fuck would want to go around behaving as if they're a shark? And even worse, a more slight, he thinks he's Stone Cold Steve Austin, too. Or he's not Steve Austin. And now he just did it. The stunner. He just did a stunner on Miko Santini, Gorilla Monsoon says. And I don't care if this Shark Boy thinks he's Steve Austin or not. If he can win the TWF Light Heavyweight winnings by the Shark Boy stunner or whatever you want to call it, I could really look. I don't care if he be thinking Steve Austin or not. 1, 2, and only a kick out. It seems that Shark Boy thought the stunner would be enough, Gorilla Monsoon said. He-Man says, if you're not the wrestler that's booked to do that hold, it won't work for you. There have been many wrestlers doing the stunner, the drop the leg, the sharpshooter, and if it doesn't work for them, He-Man said, yeah, Booker T said, like I did a bookend, and The Rock or the Stone does the stone bottom, and guess what? I got the bookend to work on him. Yeah, well, we all know that the bookend and the stone bottom are not two named for the same hold, Gorilla Monsoon said. Kind of like the deadly Deathlock, you know, and the sharpshooter. And Shark Boy thinks he wanna get even again. Only this time, Shark Boy thought he got and this time Shark Boy hit Miko Sanitini again with the stunner. Gorilla Monsoon said, or the neck breaker. Well, He-Man, so we'll see who's gonna win. 1, 2. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Ding ding ding. Here is your winner, Shark Boy. That's Stone Cold Shark Boy to you. Okay, whatever. Well, Shark Boy is now the TWF light heavyweight fighter now, or Stone Cold Shark Boy, or whatever you want to call him, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yeah, Shark Boy didn't know that he would be wrestling and fighting here today on NXT, He-Man says. But at the end of the day, Gorilla Monsoon, he's a TWF light heavyweight fighter. Oh yeah, he is. He is. He is Gorilla and He-Man. He is. At the end of the day, he is. But I still think it's unfair of what happened to Owen Dar here today on NXT. Booker T said, would you stop with that? Owen Dar didn't show up, so Shark Boy took his stead, and that's what happened, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yeah, it is what happened, He-Man said. You either gotta deal with it or get over it. Because no bitching or ranting is going to shift it. He-Man said, that's right, Gorilla Monsoon says. We'll take it away now to Tony Schiavone. Alright, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon. Very rarely does someone who wasn't booked to have a match but is filling in for someone else and ends up winning that same day too. That would be Shark Boy or Stone Cold Shark Boy. You know what, Tony Schiavone? That's Stone Cold Shark Boy to you, son. You know, I've been to TWF for many years and I never won anything. And I was in TNAW, GSW, IW, TNAW. I was in WWF, and doing dark matches, and WCW and XWF, and I never won anything. Except now here in the TWF, I'm the light heavyweight fighter. Now, son, I have a lot of onlook for Miko Sanitini. You don't go through all the things he went through above the law without shit happening to you. But if Miko Sanitini wants to have another match with me, well, I'll give it to him, and I'll just give him the Shark Boy Stunner again. You do know, Shark Boy, that you are not Steve Austin, or Stunning Steve Austin, or the Utmost Overstar Steve Austin, or Ring Overling Steve Austin, or Stone Cold Steve Austin. I am Stone Cold Shark Boy, you son of a bitch! It's true I do not drink beer or Earl like he does. It's true I say clam yeah instead of hell yeah. And it's true that my TNAW song is a takeoff of Cold Hearted and Hell Froze Over. But I the TWF light heavyweight fighter, son, and that's the bottom row. 'Cause Stone Cold Shark Boy said so. Well, Stone Cold Shark Boy still thinks he's Steve Austin. He needs help. Back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Thank you, Tony Schiavone, for talking with Shark Boy, or Stone Cold Shark Boy, here today on NXT. And that's all the time we got here for NXT. I, Gorilla Monsoon, He-Man, and Booker T. We hope you like NXT, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite or Might.